football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Will put total leather to crank us up. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll run the toss. Got room to work. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. While the Canes are known for big-time playmakers, tough physical running is part of it too.
Yeah, you got to be able to have a team that not just is about sizzle, and we've seen so many Miami teams about sizzle, but some substance with some physicality, the run game.
He'll pull it down and run. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
And the Canes can really attack on this second and short. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
Powers through the defender. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job, nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping him up and getting to the ground.
Snags it. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the one.
That's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
The Canes have it in scoring position on first and goal. Trying to slam it. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the one. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. After after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off like that?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll run the option. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Hard running there. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. The Hawkeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
That's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Scrambling away. Zings it complete to the right. Across the 25, he's got room. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed down at the 18, and they're in business.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Goes to the option. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. On the option. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
Now on 1st and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line.
Well, that's new. If you want to keep the ball to the tight end in this situation and let him run the football, I mean, goal line area, maybe. No, you know what? It's not. It was a bad play call. Don't do it again.
Gets the back moving. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Iowa! That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace. QB making good, smart decisions and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
When the quarterback gets outside the pocket, as a defender, now I'm thinking about the field's cut in half. You don't worry about the other side of the field. It's hard to throw back across your body to the other side. So now the rules are I'm starting to creep now to the direction of the field where he goes. Great job by the defense understanding that.
Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Hurricanes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the 1st down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. He put some heat on that one down the middle. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
The give to the tailback. Spin, still running. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play physical, they've got great teams.
The Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not...
Turning it on! That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great 3rd down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field, when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Grabbed behind the line. It's shot. And that was a high percentage completion and a low efficiency pass. They lose yardage.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
They played keep away with the football, but if this defense can make one more stop on 3rd and goal, they might force a field goal attempt. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And as they come to the line of scrimmage here, you can take the lead with a field goal, but a touchdown here gives you extra cushion. Lets it go to the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To pass. Got the quick pass. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. On the option. Now the toss. There he goes. Touchdown, Hawkeyes. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
That's why I love this offense running this option play, because if this running back gets the ball on the perimeter in space, he is so deadly and he's lethal. And he showed you right there. This guy's got a lot of tools.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Penn State has the lead right now inside Beaver Stadium, but Happy Valley is a tense place right now. This is a tight game. They're up by 7 over Pittsburgh. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Find space on the right. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Out of the gun to give to the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Canes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback making adjustments. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most.
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to throw it. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Hurricane. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they force the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll go to the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Finds a little space. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the defense.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. Got his man quickly. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Caught behind the line. It's Lester. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that
one. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Fakes to grab. Oh, and he's able to get back on top of it and avert the turnover. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Canes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The Hawkeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll go right back to it. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
And the Hawkeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. That's reeled in. It's Peppers. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
And here comes the offense on second down. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
And the triple option sounds so great, right? I have so many options, but that quarterback has to read all those things and read them really, really fast. You can tell he was trying to make a decision. He kept stringing them out, stringing them out. He couldn't get any yards on the play. Look for the quarterback to maybe pitch the ball and make some decisions a little faster in the future.
One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to the big tight end. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And this one is anything but routine, a 48-yard attempt from the right hash. Knocked showing that big range from 48 yards out. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Oklahoma State is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Pistol Pete isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Illinois. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Leaves it with the back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
A nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them all bounce a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. The longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
He'll try to do it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Looking left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play. Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Grab behind the line. It's Gibbs. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Pressure coming. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense got it. The 40. He's at the 30. Past the 10. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
How about the defensive line? You know what? They're so athletic, they might as well be called running backs. They were running backs in another life. Probably should be anyways. Look at how he scoops up the football, makes a play, chews up yardage, almost houses that puppy. What a great athletic play. One of the most athletic players on the field.
Here's a heat. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback. And you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Iowa! Excellent pass by the back on the option. He has spent a lot of time in that end zone and an absolute assault on the scoreboard.
No doubt about it. And guess what? I get to make a lot of highlights. I can copy and paste all of these touchdowns, show everybody the game I had. And the defense, well, you're just going to have to shake your head because you've been getting dominated.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on first down. Right on the money. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And they finally run him out of bounds. A huge gain to wrap up the third quarter. This defense will start the fourth on its heels. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So first down will open up the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag down on the play. Let's see what that's about. This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. Here comes the offense on first down. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into. And when he caught it, making him feel it.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today.
Touchdown, Miami! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Defense has got to do a better job of corralling this wide receiver. They've got to know where he lines up each and every play. And then once he has the ball, they have to play with a sense of urgency and get hats to the football. He's just way too dangerous in the open field.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you got the lead late and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, we're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there, and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And the Hawkeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Off the RPO, complete. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it down the middle. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And they did everything right in this 4-minute type situation, trying to bleed the clock. First you get the completion, then you get the first down, and you stay in bounds. You could not execute that play any better.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. Oh, he's got some space. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
The Hawkeyes are moving quickly down the field. They're going to ride this running back. Got the first down and still on his feet. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. And the Hawkeyes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The give to the back. Got enough space. Touchdown, Hawkeyes. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
He unleashes a long one. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense.
Lots of running room into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down.
He's taking the shot. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Looking for room. It's Peppers. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Halfway there on first down and 2nd and 5. They think there's room to run to the right here. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. First play of the drive, wants to throw. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play. So nice job in coverage.
He's taking a deep shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays through the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And it's nice to play defense when you know it's a passing situation. They've got to throw the football. They don't have another option. You could tell they took advantage of that, played great D, broke on the football, and forced the INT and put one nail in the coffin.
So now it's 2nd and long. Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And the Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and short kick. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Making side adjustments here. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Hit as he throws. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
And this is exactly the situation you want to get in as a defense. You got the lead late in the football game. You know they got to throw. And what do? You get to the quarterback, you hit him, and you get pressure on him. And then what happens, Palmer?
Yeah, it's complimentary football, David. No question about it. They're just putting the hammer down right now with the lead, and the defense playing accordingly. Now giving it back to their offense for an opportunity to pad this lead even further here as we're in the fourth quarter.
Guys, this is a type of signature win that can set the tone for the future of a program.
And this is the crazy thing about college football with 18 to 22-year-olds. On any given day, anything can happen. And, David, you got to give this team so much credit. They played with their hair on fire and got a tremendous win.
And to keep the